What's up, guys? Welcome to the latest episode of Terrible Towel Tuesday. I am your host, SimFBallCritic, and I apologize to you guys. I had to run the intro twice. Apparently, YouTube doesn't sync up with my streaming software. I had set up an event, so some of you guys may be waiting for me to start another event, and that's why you saw the old title in there. It replayed the same title from the Sunday show, so I apologize for that, man. So give me just a moment, guys. Let me make sure that let me see if anybody's still at that other link. I tried to preset it. I had it set to go at 7:30, and I thought when I hit stream it would stream this particular event, but YouTube is funny like that. I guess if I do an event like that, I have to stream through YouTube's Google Hangout. So I don't know, we'll have to figure that out. But anyway, we'll just do it like this going forward. Give me just a second, guys. I want to, send this link to a few people. Give me a quick second and we'll get it rolling. But how's everybody doing tonight so far, man? I hope you guys are doing well. Looking forward to getting started with this particular show. I see Tony is already in here, so I do not have to send my brother Tony the link. All right, guys, so let's get her cracking. Appreciate everybody who is here. So what we basically gonna talk about today, man, and my information is all messed up here, man. Like I said, I didn't put the right intro and all of that in there, so let me actually fix some of this really quick, man. I try to have everything up to date in terms of topics, so let me change that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix it right now, guys, so we'll go back and fix it later. We'll go back and fix it a bit later. Give me a second, man. I want to try to fix it, guys, but I don't want people, that were anticipating something else to be confused. So give me like 2 seconds, and I promise we'll get started. I got a lot of stuff to show you guys today in terms of gameplay. Got a lot of plays from the All-22. I didn't mean to show this many, but we're gonna try to show as many as possible. Some good things to look at. And I'll talk a little bit, guys, while I'm trying to fool around with this thing as well, so I don't have to hold you guys up tonight. Basically, what I wanted to talk about, man, is, again, the defense did an outstanding job. And, yeah, I do see my other link is running there, so let me delete that one. Give me a hot second, guys, and I'm going to repost some of this stuff here. So what was it I was about to say? Defense did an outstanding job, man, for the most part. Did a phenomenal job overall. As I went back and looked at the All-22, there was a couple of leaks. We sprung a few leaks in there, and I'm going to show you guys that as well. But for the most part, we did a great job. So, you got to give those guys a round of applause. Let's do that really quick. Got to give our team a round of applause with the defensive effort. All right, but I saw some really good play calling as well, guys, and I think you guys are going to enjoy what I'm going to show here. But really quick, man, a couple more things I want to reflect on. What I did notice in the game is we are starting to play. Oh, real quick, round of applause to my brother Smooth there. Appreciate that. Appreciate the donation, man. Always appreciate you guys coming through and donating. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. So yeah, definitely appreciate that. So what we're going to talk about here really quick before I show you the plays. The Steelers are running a lot of dime right now. We are running a lot of dime. Morgan Burnett has definitely, given us a little more flexibility, and we're also seeing a lot of LJ Fort. Now, I had a lot to say about Morgan Burnett before I looked at the All-22, but it's not as bad as I thought. We got to give credit to Flacco for making some good throws in some scenarios. There was a scenario, that there was a rub route as well that Burnett got caught up in. So for the most part, Burnett didn't play that bad. There were a few plays on him. He got a pass interference, which he's got to get his head around. I'm going to show you that. SimFBall as well as Edmonds got a pass interference. He didn't get his head around, but it was good coverage. So I think I'm going to show you that play as well. But for the most part, man, when I took a second look at it, I don't have as much beef with Morgan Burnett. He is an older guy, but for the most part, he did relatively well. And on one of those plays, Joe Flacco just made a phenomenal throw to get him the ball. What I also liked about watching the All-22, man, just going back and watching the game a few more times, we definitely established the run early and often. So we had the Baltimore Ravens a little off balance, and I think that's the way you got to punch a team like that in the mouth. You know, a team that is very physical, a team that has a dynamic defense. You got to give them a little something to think about. You know, we did exactly what I was asking for. We spread it out a little bit. We didn't go jumbo and try to run the ball. We ran from the shotgun a lot, and it worked. And that's what I like to see out of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Also, a couple more things that I noticed. Guys, we got to give a lot of credit to Sean Davis. Sean Davis is making some good tackles out there. There were quite a few plays that I went and watched over and over and over again that he's filling that middle, you know, tackling the catch. You know, he tackled the third down catch. And even when we sprung a leak a little bit, Sean Davis was being the safety on the back end, not allowing, you know, guys to score after the chunk play, which we saw too much of that happening with Mike Mitchell. We got to give Sean Davis a round of applause. Let me do it. Yeah. Sean Davis is playing good football. Whether you guys like him or not, it seems like I'm looking scruffy right here as I can see the scruffy beard looking at myself on the monitor here. But yeah, guys, you got to give him credit, man. Whether you guys like him or not, you have to give this kid credit. He's playing fairly well. I think we're getting the best Sean Davis that we've seen so far. Free safety seems to be a natural spot for him versus strong safety. So I like what I see so far. You know, he's being an enforcer back there, saving some tackles, saving some touchdowns, or, you know, keeping the chunk plays from being scoring plays. So I like that. And then also, man, we got to give some credit to, and I'm going to show you a play, Bud Dupree. You know, again, Bud Dupree, it doesn't always show up on his stat sheet, but Bud is starting to come around, man. And I know one of the callers, I believe Deron said it on Sunday, you know, it might not show up on the stat sheet, but we're seeing that Bud Dupree is getting off of the ball, which he's always been pretty good with that. But he's getting home a little more in these last couple of weeks. And again, it could be, you know, the competition he's facing. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to score a guy based off of who he's playing against. It could be the switch over to that right side. I have no idea. But it seems like he's getting around the edge a lot faster. And 2 consecutive weeks where Bud Dupree has, you know, benefited from getting a holding call, which helped our defense. So a couple things like that, man, I wanted to point out. And now, guys, we'll go to the All-22. Let me make sure I have it brought up here. Really quick. And let's give a round of applause as well to Steel Gunplay for the donation. Round of applause. You know what? I see your donation there, man, so I can see your comment. I'll speak on that really quick. You said you're mad that Matthew Thomas is not getting more playing time. Yeah, you know, I can see for having frustration in that area, but also we know the Steelers like to go with experience. You know, if they can, they only try to go with youth if they have no other choice. You know, like a guy like Edmonds. He was playing out there because we didn't have really a choice, as well as he is our first-round draft pick, so you want to try to get him on the field. But I think we're getting what we would get out of Matthew Thomas from L.J. Fort and from Morgan Burnett now. I think we should still keep Matthew Thomas in our back pocket, though. You know, I think as he starts to mature a little more, you know, and being able to make a few more plays here and there, you know, go ahead and let him continue to do special teams or perhaps, you know, practice squad or whatever. No, but he's not on the practice squad. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But what I meant to say is him performing in practice. Let him mature a little bit because, you know, he's a little rough. You know, me being a nose fan, I saw him in college. He has ability, but his consistency is always a question. So let's coach him up a little bit. And I don't think that we are, you know, the lack of Matthew Thomas playing is hurting us right now. You know, if we start seeing some dwindling efforts from Fort or Vince or, you know, somebody like that. And the reason why I say Vince, because honestly, I think Bostic is playing well. I wouldn't take Bostic out. Bostic is doing a great job against the run. You know, Bostic actually leads our team in tackles right now. So there you have it. But just my quick thoughts right there. So, I think it's hard to get Matthew Thomas in the game when Bostic and Vince Williams are doing well, containing the run. And then you got L.J. Fort with a little more experience that's coming in the dime. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that. So I think that's what's happening right there in terms of Matthew Thomas. But without further ado, guys, let's go to some all-22. How about it? Let's pull it up here. Well, it's already up. Didn't even know that. It's already up on the screen, so let's have at it. So I'm going to show you guys first, and I got a little more professional this week, guys. I documented the actual plays we're going to look at, so it should be easier for me to find them. We're going to look for a 3rd and 9 from the Baltimore 26 in the first quarter. Let's take a look at that. It was 14 minutes and 18 seconds. See how fast I could find it now when I got it documented? Probably should have did that way before this, right? So I want you guys to pay attention to something first, all right? For you guys that don't necessarily understand personnel packages or such, we're in a dime right here. You know, we have 6 DBs on the field. We played this a lot. I've even seen us play this in first down situations. So clearly, what we all talked about in years past, that the Steelers would look to go to that, they're starting to do it now. It's all about getting the right guys on the team that can play certain personnel packages. All right, so again, for you guys that might not be as proficient or, you know, as knowledgeable about football, let me count it out for you. You got 1, that's Joe Hayden. You got Burnett here. You got Hilton right here. You got Cody Sensabaugh. You got Sean Davis, and you got Terrell Edmonds, okay? Those are your 2 safeties. Here are your 2 outside corners. Here's your nickel, and here's your dime backer, all right? So there you have it, all right? So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, in the interior, you got your big boys up front. You got Cam Hayward, and you got Stephon Tuitt. You got LJ Fort also is playing linebacker here in the dime. And then you got on the outside, obviously, you got Bud Dupree here on the right side and TJ Watt on the left. All right, and there's your dime package. Again, using a 3rd safety here as a dime backer, along with a linebacker who has a little more speed, probably the more athletic talent that we have between Bostic, Williams, and LJ Fort is going to be LJ Fort. All right, so here's Morgan Burnett. So let me show you guys that. And really quick, guys, got to give another round of applause to Bolivar or Bolivar Ware. Appreciate that for the donation, guys. Round of applause. Also, let me get the Skype pulled up. So for when you guys, you know, later on in the show, when I start taking a few calls, you just send me a quick chat in there. Let me know you want to come on. So let me make sure that's up. And I already got 2 chats in there. So I see I have Nunn. I can't remember your actual name, Nunn, N-U-N. But we're going to bring you on because I know you wanted to. Oh, Frankie. His name is Frankie on YouTube. So we got Frankie that's going to come on. We'll probably get you on first. And we got Chris Castile that wants to come on as well. So we'll get you guys on in just a little bit. Let's get through the all-22. And let me try to be quick, guys, because, again, I'm scared of the copyright stuff. So let's stop running the lips and get to the clips. All right, so here we go, guys. Let's let it run. Here's LJ Fort. Boom. Let's pause it right here. Okay, we're running man coverage. We're sending LJ Fort. And what I believe is, I forgot, you know, I don't know what, you know, what they really call it in terms of terminology in the NFL, but I like to call this a reactionary blitz, basically meaning his first responsibility is man, but if the running back doesn't go out, then you go inside because everybody else is accounted for. Now, why would you do that? Because looking at the personnel, there's not a whole lot of threats here. You know, 1, 2, 3, and as we see it roll, tight end as well, coming off the line, so you have to account for that, right? So here are your threats. You got your number 1 receiver on the outside, and, you know, if you're counting outside in, then that's how they do it in football. So you got your number 1, your number 2, your number 3 on this side. And on this side, you got your number 1 and your number 2 being the tight end, all right? So, boom, you let the play run. Nothing's happening here. So this could have been a design blitz, but the reason why I question it is we're going to see it again later in the game, and I'll show you. But look at this play here, okay? You see what happened? This is Morgan Burnett. Joe Hayden is in press coverage. So this was actually great recognition by Joe Flacco. So let's take a look at it again. Boom. So because Joe Hayden is in press, creates a natural pick. Morgan Burnett gets caught up in the wash. Great recognition again by Flacco. Now, this could have been a pre-snap recognition. Who knows? Because he sees the alignment. Very well, it's very possible he saw it early. So you got to give credit to these NFL quarterbacks. So obviously you're going to see what happens here. Everybody's in man. This is a two-man look. Well, you got, man across the board, 2 deep safeties, 2 high safeties. There you have it. Boom. He's going to get the reception because it was a natural pick. We speed it up and look at it from this perspective here. Once again, man coverage, safety on the tight end. Joe Hayden is pressing right here. It's going to cause this guy to create a natural rub. Joe Flacco recognizes it. Perfect throw. It's a completion. All right. So we're not going to beat Morgan Burnett up too much about that. So again, I had to go back and look at the film. The next play that we're going to show, 2nd and 5, 1st and 10 from the Pittsburgh. 2nd and 5. And yeah, it's on the Pittsburgh 10-yard line. I wrote my own notes wrong there. So we got to go to the 11 and 35 minute mark. 11 minutes, 35 seconds. So let's see what this one was about. All right, so I think in this particular play, I'm just showing you, man, how, again, how I wanted us to run the football from the shotgun. Great stuff here. Okay? Just wanted to show you that quick play. We don't really need to slow this one down, but just wanted to show you this is exactly how I wanted to start the game off. Don't go in that jumbo, line them up and bang. Spread them out a little bit, get some motion going, run the football out of shotgun. Got great blocks going on right here. Everybody's accounted for. Look at that. Big Williams right here is getting taken care of. Who's that on him? That's Matt Fowler. Is that Matt Fowler? Hold on. No, that might be the Castro. Yeah, that's the Castro. David DeCastro and Pouncey. Double team on Williams. Boom. And then Pouncey's going to kick out on your boy there, CJ Mosley. And, and this is what you're going to get from James Conner. He's going to run it up in there really, really quick. All right, next play. We're going to look at the 8-minute and 12-second mark. I believe this is another run play. No, this is another play featuring Burnett. Okay, you're going to get the same look here. And this is 1st down. Steelers are running dime on 1st down. So pay attention to this. 1st down, we running dime. Bam. Looks like, a chunk play, right? Right? So let's look at it in slow motion from the other perspective. So we don't have to beat up Morgan Burnett too much. Okay, here it is. They're going to put this kid in motion. I believe that's Snead. So here goes Morgan Burnett. Snead's going to go to the outside. So his responsibility is to take this guy that's going to be closest to him. Again, you got to count the receivers. But look at this throw by Joe Flacco. That's an outstanding throw, folks. It's not really bad coverage. Let's go back and look at it from this angle once again. You're going to see it again. Let's pause it. Man across the board. Man. 2 deep safeties, right? Got Morgan Burnett reading these guys. Because, again, just teaching a little football here, guys. You got to decide who's your threat. Okay? Right now, you have only 2 receivers. That is going to become a trip set once he goes in motion. Now, obviously, quarterbacks like to do things like put guys in motion so they can tell what type of alignment the defense is in. What are they running? Clear indication right here that this is man coverage because he follows him, right? Excuse me. And once again, there goes L.J. Ford, and I believe this one was a blitz because he comes right down. But again, look at this, man. This is great coverage everywhere. Our corners are doing a good job. Joe Flacco, again, makes the right read, throws his guy open. This is the NFL. Let's look at it in super slow-mo here. Morgan Burnett, look. That's NFL open, guys. And he's covering him very well. And again, this kid, Moore, might just be fast. So we can't always beat up players and think that they played bad because we see a play given up. And I was guilty of that too on Sunday. When you look at it in real time, you're like, man, he's giving up plays. But nah, man, this is great coverage for the most part and an excellent throw. Again, let me show you the throw here. Look at where this ball is at. Again, hint, if the EA Sports people are listening that I work with from time to time with Madden, this is what I'm talking about. We need to be able to make these types of throws. Okay, ball placement. Look at this. There's nothing Morgan Burnett can do. Once again, I need you to turn your head around, though. But excellent throw. We give up a chunk play. It is what it is. All right? Not as bad as we thought, right? Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's look at 5 minutes and 46 seconds. We're going to look at our man, Hilton. Hilton out there balling, guys. Keep in mind, this tight end is 6'5". And watch your boy Hilton. Couple things I love about this. Let's go in slow motion. Mike Hilton is right here. Watch his reaction. Decisiveness. He's decisive. Okay? Mike Hilton is right here. He ain't playing no games. He's all over this route. All over that route. Look at that. He's all over it before the ball is even out. Right? Now, some people would say, why does Flacco go there? Well, first of all, everybody else is covered. But you want to choose your matchup. You think you got something here. You got a big arm. You can throw it high. You got a big tight end. You think you got a matchup. But what you're not accounting for is the fact that the Steelers have a baller in Mike Hilton, okay? We have a baller right there. Look at this kid, man. This is phenomenal. Look at the effort. Wish I could zoom in there, but I can't. Look at that, man. Hilton gets 2 hands on the ball. Hilton might have been able to pick this off if Andrews didn't act like the defender there. Outstanding. Beautiful. All right, let's see what else. Oh, let's not forget this. 5 minutes and 2 seconds. How long have we been talking about special teams, folks? Danny Smith, we got to give him credit because he's the coach, but we got to give Ryan Switzer a lot of credit. Take a look at this. This set up a scoring drive. How long have we been waiting to get returns over the 30-yard line? This was huge. This got us on the 39-yard line, and let's look at how everything formed here. From my estimation, this appears to be somewhat of a middle return. And look at the blocks. Everybody doing their job. And here's our rookie right here, Jalen Samuels. Good read by Switzer right there. Jalen Samuels is a running back. Wasn't known for blocking. But he does a good enough job to allow Switzer to get the, move with his quick feet and turn it upfield. Great recognition by him, man. This guy, Switzer, to me, is a natural-born return man. Because he has those twitchy moves. Like, he doesn't waste no time. He's going to make something happen out of nothing. Love that guy. All right, so what else we got here, guys? We got a few more plays, man. I told you I got a lot of plays here for you guys. And hold up, guys. Give me a second. I think I just deleted it by accident. I did. That's all right. I got it back. All right, so let's go to the second quarter really quick. And then after that, guys, we'll talk a little bit about what we need to do for Carolina. Then I'll bring on the calls, and then we'll be up out of here. All right, so 7 minutes and 12 seconds into the second quarter. Well, the 7-minute and 12-second mark. We're going to get a penalty on our rookie, Terrell Edmonds, here. And let's see why it happened. Pretty decent coverage, though. Okay? Now, let's slow it up. Here he is. Playing in the box. So it looks like we're giving him... This is probably... Looks like this was supposed to be cover 3. It might be man. But I think it's more cover 3 because we got him deeper than normal. Usually in cover 1, you're not that far deep. And you can tell it's, it's man all the way because SimFBall has nothing coming out of here. So naturally, when you don't have anything, you're going to rotate. And try to work into the middle of the field, watch any crosser or whatever. But the reason why I feel like it's cover 3 is, again, you look at the linebackers. The linebackers look like they're reading the running backs, and then he drops into a zone. So it looks, I believe that was a cover 3. But anyway, looking at Edmonds, okay, playing pretty good, you know, and of course, the guy changes his route and he's going to take it upfield. But he gets on his horse. This is Brown. This is Brown that he's going against, speedster. And Terrell Edmonds gets on his horse, but unfortunately doesn't turn around and locates the ball. You gotta turn around and locate the ball, young man. Let's look at it from this angle really quick. If he would have just turned around. This is actually great coverage, guys, and the reason why is look, there's not a lot of room here. Use the boundary, but you have to learn. You got to turn around and look for the ball. All you got to do is look for it. Get your head around and look for it. And the best technique to use right here in this scenario, when you're running downfield that way, is turn in to the receiver and look back. Okay? And that way you can kind of cheat with your shoulder and put your body into him and look for the ball. They're probably not going to call that. But he never turned around. You're going to get called for that. You know, clearly the receiver just put his hands on his back, and they're going to call that every time. So teachable moment right there. All right. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. We're almost done, guys, but I believe you guys are enjoying this. Let's look at our boy Mike Hilton one more time. Check him out here. We'll run it in fast speed, and then we'll put it in slow motion the other way around. Phenomenal stop right there. That boy is a baller. We got a man in Mike Hilton. Let's put it in slow-mo. And let's watch Mike Hilton right here. Okay? Intelligence. Cerebral. Check him out. But I'm actually going to pause it really quick. I love the way we played this. One man, crash down. Another man, keep an eye on the quarterback. That's how you got to play it. You just got to sell out to it. TJ Watt is going to try to blow this up. So if it is a run, you know, you make this kind of a smaller crease. But because of that, Lamar Jackson held on to the ball. Exactly what we want him to do. Sean Davis kind of bit on the play fake there. It's going to happen. It's the NFL. You know, you're not going to make every play. But watch your boy Hilton here. Let's watch Hilton. Reads it the whole time. Meets him to the spot. Look at this. Look how he stays square right there. Squares up. And I wish I had a wider angle to show you this. But look at his feet. One more time. This is textbook. He squares up. Watch his feet. Right now, he's in position to go lateral. Left or right. Inside or outside. Beautiful play. Okay? And when Jackson gets close enough to him, he makes his decision, commits, and makes the tackle. That is a football player right there. And y'all, you see my excitement, guys, because this is what I lived for when I was out there playing strong safety and linebacker from time to time. That's it. That is textbook. You can't play it no better than that. Look at it once again. Square up. Let me bring it back a little bit further. Watch it. Watch it. Run to a spot where I'm comfortable. Square up. Make him commit. And once he makes his cut, shoot, make the tackle. That's perfection, folks. All right, we got a couple more. 1 minute, 41 seconds. Oh, this one was giving a little credit to Sean Davis. So this was a big play right here. I'm going to show you why it happened. All right, let's back it up a little bit. Again, Steelers is in this look. They loving this too deep look. Man coverage. Put it in slow-mo. What's going to hurt us right here? Again, Joe Flacco recognizing it. Bringing him inside. And this is going to kind of confuse the coverage here because it's man. Because, again, remember what I said. You got to count. He's still the number 1, 2, 3. But there are a lot of different rules in the secondary depending on what the number 1 does, what the number 2 does. Not so much in man, but you still have to kind of honor those rules in man. Because, see, look at Joe Hayden. Hayden is trying to figure out, okay, who's going outside? Who's going to end up being the guy I need to cover? So right off the jump, you're going to get Burnett. I believe that's Burnett. Yeah, that's Burnett's going to follow the tight end. So it automatically, again, creates a pick, if you will. And Joe Hayden is a little late. Good throw by Flacco. Give these NFL quarterbacks credit. Bam. Catches him on the run. But look at your boy Sean Davis. Look at Sean Davis. Nah, you ain't going nowhere. That's what your safety's supposed to do, folks. Mike Mitchell didn't do much of that last year. Your safety is supposed to be the last line of defense. Hilton is coming, but Sean Davis is there to make him think about it too. Almost over pursues it, but look, gets his head, and I don't know if he meant to do this, gets his head on the outside. So it makes it tougher for you to run through that broken tackle. You can't do it. And again, I don't know if he did that on purpose, but that's, I mean, they teach that in Pop Warner, folks. I'm just saying. I think I missed the play, guys. Hold on. Yeah, I actually missed one. So I'm going to go back and show it to you in a minute. But I got two more to show you here, and then we'll go back and catch another one. So 1 minute and 8 seconds. Let's just give some quick credit to Bud Dupree here. We'll look at it from this angle. Just look at how fast he gets off the ball. Look at this. Look at this. Flacco about to get 8 for lunch right there. Let's give Bud Dupree a little credit. That's 2 consecutive games that he's done this. Wow. Flacco about to be 8 for lunch right there. All right, so the next play I'm going to show is Terrell Edmonds with his pass breakup. Did a great job. 3 minutes and 12 seconds. I believe that was in the third. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. And then I'm going to go back and show you another play. Great play calling. Great design by Randy Fiedner. So look at this. Terrell Edmonds did a better job that time. Again, didn't get his head turned around. He's got to work on that. But look at this. Good stuff. Now keep in mind, guys, he's a safety. So I know some people are going to say, yeah, but he got beat off the line. He's not a corner. You know, this is a safety out here trying to man up on the outside, I might add. And that's because we're not in dime right now. See Bostic in the game. So it puts you in a situation to where, you know, this was a good play call by them. Looking at the matchup, we're probably more in a, let me see, are we in base? We're probably in base right here. Nah, we're in nickel because there goes Hilton. So we're in a nickel right here. But that's 2 linebackers on the field. And it forces our safety to go out here man up in coverage. Does a good job. But you got to turn your head around. Luckily enough, the refs didn't call that one. Let's look at it from this angle. Did a good job here, but you have to turn around. And he did. See, again, remember what I said earlier. Turn to the inside. That's a trick. I mean, that's something that we were taught when I played ball. When you go up, turn in this way so you can use that shoulder. Depending on where you think the ball is coming, you want to turn into the player. He did it that time, turned his head just enough. Maybe that's why they didn't call it. All right, and the last one here before I show you the actual last play. Here's Morgan Burnett, and this is why he's going to get called for pass interference. Again, both Burnett and Edmonds, they have to work on getting their head turned around. Look at this. This is why they called it. You got to turn your head around, man. This is an easy call. He turned at the last minute, but you got to be looking for that ball, man. Get yourself in position. Look for the ball. They're probably not going to call you. All right, so let me show y'all the last play, man, and then we'll talk a little bit Carolina, get a couple calls, and then we're going to be out of here, man. Read a few comments. So here it is. Look at this play call right here. Good design. Good design. We'll show it in regular speed first, and then I'll break it down a little bit. Beautiful, right? Let me show you what happened there. Much like what they had been doing to us. They being the Baltimore Ravens. Ben Roethlisberger is going to tell Vance McDonald to switch sides, right? Watch what's going to happen here. Natural pick. Boom. Vance McDonald is going to create contact, which, of course, he can fake as if he's going to block and release right at the line of scrimmage. Remember, you can do that within 1 yard, right? Then he releases, and he just merely just gets in the way. Doesn't touch the defender, but that creates a pick. You got a host of Ravens coming after Connor, but Connor has enough speed to get to the house. Beautiful. Great design right here by Randy Fichtner, as well as Ben Roethlisberger recognizing it. You know, maybe that's by design where he's supposed to go in motion, but clearly it looks like Roethlisberger is telling him, go in motion. Once he does that, you get a little shift there by the defense, and boom. Look, initiate contact there, release, and just get in the way. Don't touch him, just get in the way. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers. Beautiful stuff. And there you have it, man. That's the wacky stuff that I do, man. You know, watching film, play after play. And there you have it, man. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. So, now let's talk a little bit of Carolina Panthers. Short week. It's going to be much harder to prepare for Cam Newton. You know, we got to watch his running ability. I mean, Cam has a lot of design runs. Cam is 6'5", 200 plus. Doesn't mind taking contact. We got to be physical with him. But they have a sneaky good offense, man, and they don't have these guys that jump off of the page. You know, of course, you got guys like Christian McCaffrey. You got to watch him. You know, this dude does it all. He's a pretty solid runner. He catches the ball out of the backfield. He runs solid routes. He's quick. You know, wonder who they're going to get him matched up on. That's what we need to pay attention to. Is he going to get matched up on a Vince Williams, a John Bostic? We'll see. It's going to be a lot more difficult, I think, to run dime a lot against that team. They're not really known for passing that much, but they can. They got the Samuels kid, who's another, you know, speedy type of guy, Percy Harvin type of guy. Funches, big body receiver. You know, whether you think he's great or not, he's a big body receiver. And Olsen, you know, in the tight ends. That's been killing us. You know, you saw Greg Olsen make some phenomenal plays this past week. So we got to maintain, you know, got to try to lock down the run game the best we can, because this is definitely a team that's run heavy. You know, they run to create their play action, to create deep shots to the tight end downfield by Cam. I think if we call the right defenses against them, I think we can deter them from taking so many shots. But, you know, Norv Turner is going to have some tricks up his sleeve. So we really just got to try to contain their tight ends the best we can. That's going to be where they're going to get the chunk plays from. If we can limit that, I think we're playing strong run defense. You know, I think we could get them out of the run fairly quick. They're going to get some runs off, I'm sure, because they're a physical team. But I think, you know, the short week will be a disadvantage for them as well. So if we could just stay physical, get on top of them defensively like that, I think we'll be okay. I don't think they are a powerful offense by any stretch, but they are an offense that can put up points. You got to be very careful. You know, Cam Newton has done a lot of bootlegs this year and have scored on them. You know, so we have to be on our keys. We can't be too jumpy on the play action and the read option fakes. Everybody's got to play their man, do their job, and hopefully we get the job done. Offensively, I think, man, Ben Roethlisberger said it himself. I think we just go a lot of no huddle this week. It's not a whole lot of stuff we're going to be able to work on with the game coming up on Thursday. I think we go a lot of no huddle like we did against the Ravens and have a similar attack. You know, spread them, run the football. I think in the secondary, we definitely have an advantage. And shout outs to Bradbury. You know, again, the same, my wife's cousin who's, what's the kid's name? Jesse Bates' agent. He's also Bradbury's agent. So, you know, shout outs to him. Hope he doesn't have a great game against us. But, you know, no disrespect to their secondary. You know, I think we got the edge there in terms of matchup. You know, you got to watch a guy like Eric Reed. You know, he's still a baller. And you definitely got to watch out for Kuechly and Davis. I mean, good Lord, Luke Kuechly. Ben Roethlisberger, you can't make no mistakes, buddy. You be careful going across the middle, throwing those shots down the middle when Kuechly is lurking. Because Kuechly is a cerebral and phenomenal athlete. Probably one of the best middle linebackers in the game right now. Would love to have Luke Kuechly on my team. Got to be careful with that. And that, the tandem that they develop with Kuechly and Davis, nothing sweet. So we got to be careful, man. But I think we can take them. I think we have definitely played defenses on that caliber. Obviously, we just played the Ravens. Okay, #1 overall defense. We played Cincinnati, who, whether they're good or not, they still got the components. We played some solid teams already defensively, so I don't think the Carolina Panthers should be able to pose but so much of a threat. But we got to be careful. You got to respect them. And let's be honest. If we drop this game, guys, whatever. We're going to lose at least 3 more games in my estimation. I have the Steelers right now. I'm thinking worst case scenario, I'm looking at a 10-5-1 season. That means worst case, we have 3 games that we could possibly lose. So it's going to come at some point. We got these 3 straight AFC North games. That was icing on the cake. Would be sweet to get the next one and the next one and the next one. But it's going to happen at some point. So I won't be that upset if they were to lose to a good Carolina team. But I don't think that they're unbeatable. I think we can get the job done if we stay on our keys. We're at home. Play smart. Play hard. There you go. All right, so that's all I got on that. So now let's go to the callers. And I'm going to get Frankie on here first. Let me get my headphones. And all I'm going to ask from you guys, man, is please hit that like button. Get them likes up, man. Where we at right now? 16? Y'all can do better than that. All right, so Frankie's going to be first up to bat. And again, guys, let's limit our calls to about 2 minutes, no more than 3 minutes. It is ringing. I don't hear anything. Hold on. Give me a second, man. I can't hear anything right now.
All right.
I don't know what's happening. I can't hear anything. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, guys. Frankie, I'm going to call you back in just a second. Technical difficulties, guys. I'm going to pop out of the screen real quick and see what's going on. Let's see what is happening. I don't hear anything. Give me a second, guys. I gotta test this this audio on the computer here. Might have to grab another set of headphones because these are not working. Y'all can hear him. Yeah, I couldn't hear him. I'm going to run the round of applause real quick and see if I can hear that. Nope, see, I can't hear it. I don't know why. All right, guys, give me a second. Let's figure this thing out really quick. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to hear. Wait a minute. There it is. I think we got something now. I'm going to hit the round of applause one more time, guys, just to test it. All right. I think we got it. All right, so let's call Frankie back. There he is. What's up, Frankie? What's going on?
All right. So things I wanted to say about the Ravens game is first and foremost, thank you for letting me be on. But first thing I
yeah.
want to say about the Ravens is, we could have won that game by much more if the refs didn't try to fluff it. You know what I mean? Because the refs at one point just tried to let the Ravens back in the game completely, and I didn't like that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was. And it's always, I want to point that out, it's always like that against the Ravens, the Patriots, and it's one other team. I can't think of them right now. But there's like three teams that if you always look at the penalty, it's always heavily called against the Steelers. Second of all is Panthers are tough, especially on a Thursday right after Baltimore.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's going to be... Whew. You're going to have to... The defense is going to have to bring it. That's the most concerning part. I mean, the offense too, but the defense is real, like, short week, physical. I'm glad they didn't run Alex Collins as much, because if they would have ran him a lot, then it would have been even tougher, I think. But, yeah, Christian McCaffrey, dude's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
Got a way to cover him if he's lined up outside, out of the backfield. Cam Newton right now is actually playing really good in the passing game, which is usually he's running for 90 or 80 yards. You know what I'm saying? That's usually whenever he has his best games is when he goes off in the run game, and he has a couple passes here and there. But this year he's doing it with his arm, so that's scary. And then, like you said, on defense, Luke Kuechly over the middle. Then just be safe. Just be safe with the ball. Dude.
You know, Ben, you know he gonna try him at least one time, man.
Oh, yeah. No. There's gonna be one ball that's interceptable. But as long as it's like a punt, you know what I mean by that? Like 40 yards, deep shot, yeah. I'm okay with that. But don't be having no little over the middle, be safe. Like you got Juju. Just give Juju a chance. But don't force it if Kuechly's there, because that's not someone you want to try. And one thing I want to say is, I don't know if you agree with this at all, but Mike Hilton is probably the biggest game changer on the Steelers defense.
Oh, I fully agree.
Yes. Tackling in the backfield, whenever it's like a outside run or a screen, I just feel like he can get there, and he's the biggest game changer. I need to see more out of Tuitt, I feel like, because ever since his contract, now he did do good against Baltimore. I like what I saw out of Tuitt against Baltimore. Especially how he got to Flacco and then he trolled him on Instagram. That was funny. But, yeah, that was funny. I saw that.
I agree with you, man. I think I tell Leonard all the time when we watching the game, Hilton is our best. At first, I was just limited to him and saying he was our best DB. He might be the best overall player on the team right now. Very consistent, man.
Yeah. Well, I think Joe Hayden is the best corner.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about playmaker, like when it counts, third down, his efficiency as a player is through the roof to me. The eye test shows me that. Not any numbers, nothing like that. The eye test. When I watch this dude, I'm like, this kid right here.
Yeah, man. That play he made on, I mean, it's like I said, here in the stream and just looking at the footage, you can't play that any better than that. I mean, he did textbook stuff, like run to a spot, shuffle your feet, make him commit, and then shoot to the tackle. Like, perfect. He played that absolutely perfect and made him lose a yard.
Yes, but I would agree with you. He is the best slot corner in the NFL, hands down. I don't see anybody touching him there. But,
yeah, he's a baller, man.
Yeah, and I liked what I saw from Cody for the most part there.
You made me remember something. See, that's why I like when y'all call, man.
Yeah. For the most part. Now, there was a couple plays where, Crabtree, if that ball is thrown better than Crabtree, Flacco,
that was a
then
touchdown.
It's a different story. But because that play didn't happen, because Flacco is butt cheeks, as I like to say, that didn't happen.
Oh man, speaking of that, you know what? I'm gonna show that play if I can find it. What about the play when Lamar Jackson was wide open and Flacco never looked his way?
Here's my opinion on that. He just doesn't like him because Lamar Jackson is 10 times better than Flacco right now to me. Because if he's in that game, on the downs the Steelers don't get pressure, which they were getting pressure pretty much all game, but on the downs they don't get pressure, he's out of the pocket. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he's a different kind of animal when it comes to. Now he doesn't get the pass interference calls that Flacco might get because Flacco has a big arm. He likes to take shots down the field. But the refs give him every call, in my opinion, against the Steelers when it comes to downfield strike, which is just crazy to me. But yeah, dude, that's tough. But yeah, against the Panthers, I feel like Hilton has to get a takeaway. I feel like he's due for one. I feel like he's definitely going to get one on Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam is almost like Ben sometimes, where some of his throw, like Cam trusts his arm too much. You know, like he every now and then you'll notice he feels like it's so strong, he's just gonna take a shot.
Agree. Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
But the difference between them is they're the same body type and everything, but Cam Newton runs a 4.5 instead of a 5.5. You know, what I mean by that? Like, that's the only difference. Is like they call him Superman for a reason.
Yeah, so you're saying Cam wouldn't have got the wind knocked out of him in that game, huh?
Oh man, no. Remember he landed on his head in the preseason, got right back up. Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, man. Ben looked like he was giving it all he could, man. I was like, Ben, get down. It just, us watching the game, you could tell something bad is about to happen because you just running and running and running, just go out of bounds.
Dude, I was freaking out. I was like, season over. You know, but my dad told me, I watched like every game with my dad. And my dad was like, dude, come on, you know Ben, drama king, you know what I'm saying? Drama king. He's just chilling. That's what my dad said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Well, definitely, man.
That throw. That's a stinger right there. The one he threw to Juju. I call that a stinger. Whenever there's two people around him, but you put it in the exact right spot.
Man, I'll never talk bad about Dobbs again. That was a perfect throw, man.
I can't say I'll ever say that because you never know. But yeah. No, he definitely deserves a game ball, I think, because he came in and he made that throw. I think that's the drive we got a field goal on, or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna find it. I'm actually gonna show that play too, because it's so many plays, man, that I want to show, but so little time. Yeah. But yeah, that was a good one.
Bunch of critical plays.
But yeah, man.
I saw out of Edmonds. But yeah. Terrell Edmonds, the rookie, I did not like what I saw out of him. There's too many penalties. But yeah, all right, so.
Yeah, I'll give him a chance, man. I'll definitely give Edmonds a chance, and appreciate you calling. Definitely thank you for that, and I know you're still listening. I definitely gave him a lot more time, guys, because actually the second caller seems to not be available. So, that seems to be the only call of the night, and I'm going to get to you guys' comments. I want to show a couple more plays since we got a little time. But to speak on Edmonds, I'll give him a little time. He's still a rookie. I don't want us to forget that. He's still a rookie. Everybody's not a stud in their rookie year. And again, let's remember, and I'm not comparing them by any means. Let's just remember Troy Polamalu wasn't great in his first year. So we got to give him a little time. But real quick, guys, because we are almost at an hour. We had 59 minutes. Let's show these two plays really, really quick. And I just had it. Here it is. This play right here. Look at this. Look at this. Lamar Jackson is wide open. Flacco ain't paying no attention. And clearly, I'm going to give some credit here, okay? I'm going to go out on a limb and give the Steelers defense some credit. Clearly, the film shows that Flacco doesn't really pay attention to him. That Jackson is merely just a decoy. Because our defense paid no attention to him. Think about it. Look, they don't even, watch this. Watch it in slow motion when he goes across the formation. There's barely any communication. They pay him no attention. None whatsoever. No attention. Now, one could say they completely fouled this up. Possible. But, I mean, they didn't pay him no mind. And they came back in the game later on and they paid attention to him, which leads me to believe that maybe that was a mistake right here. But kind of crazy, right? And let me find that play, man. I forgot. We got to give Dobbs his credit. Let me find that play. Let me see. Let me see. When was that? That was the third quarter, right? If I'm not mistaken, let's go to the third. I think it was the third quarter. And actually, there's another play in there I wanted to give some credit to. See, there's too many things to show here, guys. Wasn't it third down and we were backed way up? Let me find it. Give me a hot second, guys. I think it was in the third, right? Wasn't it? Or it might have been the fourth. It may have been in the fourth. Pittsburgh 20, Pittsburgh 12, penalty. Yeah, it might have been right around here. Yes, here it is. So check this out. We got to give this boy Josh Dobbs some credit, man. Wow. But I want to show you the other angle because, you know, seeing it from that view. Look at this, man. Coming in cold off the bench. And boy, did he deliver. And Juju split the defense there. And I mean, this is a stinger like my man just said. That's a strike. That is a strike. Because there was really nowhere else to go. As a matter of fact, no, we are going to show it from this view. This was phenomenal. Then I'm going to show one last play. I'm going to reply to some of you guys' comments, and then we'll be done. So look at this. Juju comes all the way across. And watch where he has to make this throw, man. Come on, man. Cold off the bench and some pressure right there in his face. Look at this. And threw it low enough to not lead him into Weddle. Round of applause for Josh Dobbs. Round of applause to Josh Dobbs. And the very next play here, guys. Was it the next one? No, it was after that. Yo, I got to pick on Brandon Carr. He is about to get abused. Check this out. By Jesse James. Look at this. How you let Jesse James put a double move on you, son? Look at this. That is crazy. Let's look at that again. You let Jesse James, the outlaw, kill you with a double move. And it is. And look, Ben might have had some. Nah, Jimmy Smith all over that. But yeah. Boom. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Did Jimmy Smith jump on the pump fake? Yeah, he did a little bit. Might have had him wide open down here. Let me see. When did the pump happen? Right there. Oh, he got him. He got him. He would have had him here too, but, you know, he has some over-the-top coverage right here. So this is where you want to go with it, because everything is flowing to this side. This opened it up too because it brought this guy down. Wide open. And Ben makes a phenomenal throw to Jesse James. And look at this. Off to the races. And too bad that wasn't Vance McDonald, because Vance McDonald got a little more horsepower. He might have been able to house that thing. But all right, that's it. All right, guys, so I'm going to review some of you guys' comments, man, and then we're going to run. I've been out here for over an hour. It's been a long time, man. An hour and 5 minutes. Good Lord. All right, so Debbie says bookend openings. Yeah, that was bad. Brandon used car. Oh, that's good. I like that, Rolling Young. Laquan Lightly says, I don't know why, but the Panthers scare me. This might be a game we lose, Sim. I see the defense breaking down against old Cam. Listen, as true fans, we got to accept sometimes we ain't going to win. You know, so we got those 3 AFC North games. This is a tough turnaround against a good Panthers team. I know it's a short week for them too, but this could go either way. And again, if we don't lose, if we lose and we don't lose like blown out lose, I'm not going to feel that bad about it if we just get outplayed. But it's going to depend on how the game goes. But yeah, this is one that we could possibly lose. Nay says, who's on the left? Was that AB or Juju? That they were so happy they jumped. Yeah, I think it was I actually think that might have been because Juju was coming across the middle, I think, right? Or was that AB? I don't remember. I saw AB come into the picture, but it might have even been Washington or somebody like that. But more than likely, it probably was Juju, because I'm thinking we might have been in 3 wide right there. Actually, I can go back. I can look at it right here. I have it up. Let me see. That was... Who is that? No, that's Washington, I think. Because Juju is in the slot. Juju and AB on the inside. That might be Washington. I can't see the number. Yeah, I think that's Washington. So that's crazy how they was paying that much attention to Washington, but yeah. But yeah, worked out for us, right? Frank V said, what up, Sim? Late to the party. What's good, man? You're never late, man. You can always go back and catch the replay, brother. Don't even worry about it. I saw white gloves. That's all. Yeah. Yeah, it looked like Washington to me, but I can't tell because I can't see it closely, because it definitely, I still have it up. It looks like Juju is in the slot. Let me see if I can see. Who is that right there? AB comes, yeah, that's got to be Washington, because Juju goes across the deep cross. AB is running like a drag. Yeah, that had to be Washington or Hunter, but I'm thinking it was Washington because I don't recall seeing Hunter out there. Is Joe Hayden a pro bowler? Possibly the way he's playing. We'll see. You know, he probably needs a pick or two. He did get one, a phenomenal one against Cincinnati. I mean, against Cleveland, that was. But so far, he's playing pretty solid, man. You know, I think if you look at the stats and some of the things they look at for a Pro Bowl corner, he's not giving up a lot. So he may be having a Pro Bowl season right now. Ben didn't trust Washington. That's why he went to Jesse James. Fair point. Still got time for one more call. Nah, I actually already shut it down, man. The Skype and all that. So yeah, we'll definitely catch the call on the next show, because I'm only going to be here maybe about another 2 minutes or so. Stayed on way longer than I expected. Jared Fry says, I don't know, Panthers aren't a consistent team. Yeah, man, you know, we could actually say that about us too, so it could go either way. Frank V said, who would you rather have, Martavis or over Washington for this season? Vote 1 for Martavis or 2 for Washington. I'm going to vote 2 for Washington. Just thinking back what Martavis was last year, and I know he was, you know, probably shaking off some rust, but I don't think Martavis Bryant. Well, let me give you a perfect example why I take James Washington over Martavis Bryant. Martavis Bryant was a one-trick pony. You even seeing it in Oakland where they're running the little reverses with him. And, you know, he's a deep shot guy. At least James Washington, the catches that he caught in this last game, we won't seeing that from Martavis Bryant here of late. You know, so even though Leonard and I was at the Cardinals game a few years ago when Landry threw him that slant and he reversed field and took it to the house, boy, we lost our voice at that game. But y'all know what I'm saying. James Washington's upside is better because I think he's a better receiver in terms of route tree and things like that. I think he will become that. And again, we're using him in different ways than we ever used Martavis Bryant. So I actually would take James Washington at the moment. Justin Massengill says, someone told me Tavon Young was better than Mike Hilton. Yeah, right. Somebody told you wrong. Kenyon says, man, I tell you, Sim, Bryant or Washington, shake my head. What you think, Kenyon? Jared said Martavis wasn't worth the locker room drama. Yep. And yeah, Frank is saying for this year only too, folks. But yeah, I still would say James Washington, even for this year. I think James Washington still gives us more dynamic flexibility than Martavis Bryant because, again, Martavis Bryant never developed to be more than just a fly route guy. Now, I will say this. We are lacking that deep route guy right now. You know, James Washington, we've tried it with him earlier in the year. Him and Ben didn't connect. But Martavis dropped a couple of those last year. You know, his effort wasn't there. So it's a toss-up. You know, I can see some people arguing both sides, but I clearly would go Washington, even for this year. I think the upside is better. Alex Black says, Mike Hilton has the heart you can't coach. You're right. Fully agree. Fully agree. Kenyon says, Washington will be way better, Sim. Way better. You know I'm right there with you, Kenyon. I think Washington is a clear choice, even for just this year. Big Dan was pushing the middle. He was, Mike Garman. I'm glad you said that, man. Let me give you a round of applause. Round of applause there, man, because Big Dan, there was a play when he was all in Joe Flacco grill. Pushed that dude all the way into the back of him, man. That's what we got to work on. That's what we need when we play New England. Pressure up the middle. You got to make Brady uncomfortable up the middle. That's what I'm going to be looking for when we go against the Patriots. All right, so I think that's going to be it, guys. I've been talking long enough. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. The only thing else I need you guys to do for me is a couple things. Hit that like button. Get those thumbs up. Let's push this to over 50 likes if we can, whether it's right now or ongoing. Hey, if you feel like you missed something, come back and watch again. You know, if you want to watch film again, come back and watch the stream again. That helps me, guys. Watch time helps me. And another thing, share the stream. You know, if you know other Steelers fans who may be interested in how we get down over here, share the stream with them. Let them come through and watch. And, you know, if they want to be a part of it, let them know how they can be a part of it. And that's all I ask, man. So like, comment, subscribe, share, and there you have it. You know, good old Steeler family over here, man, for Terrible Towel Tuesday and the Terrible Towel post game. Now, speaking of the post game, guys, I'm gonna give you a heads up. I don't think we're gonna make that happen Thursday. For you guys that don't know, I work from home 4 days a week. Friday happens to be the day that I have to commute from York, Pennsylvania, all the way to DC. Yes, it's crazy, right? 1 day a week. That Friday is when I do it, so there's no possible way I'm going to be able to do a post-game show after a Thursday night game. No way. I'm killing myself even watching the full game. But what I might do, I can't promise this, but what I might do is after I do another stream that I do, Sim Standard Radio, which is something totally different. I do that on Thursdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. What I might try to do is maybe I'll do a live reaction for the remainder of the game after 10 o'clock. I'm not going to promise you guys that, but that might happen. And we can kind of talk about what's going on in the game as it's happening. Maybe I'll do that. But what I do know for sure is there won't be a post-game show. There may or may not be a live, feed during the game around 10:30-ish. But we'll see. But outside of that, man, appreciate all of you guys for coming through. You guys are the best. Y'all know I love you guys, man, and we'll see each other again. If we don't do the live reaction near the end of the game, you know, on Thursday, I'll probably still do the post-game show on Friday, sometime Friday night, maybe Saturday morning. So, you know, we'll still get that talk in. It just won't be following the game, obviously, because I have to travel the next morning. But I'll keep you guys up to date on that. But either way, you guys have a great night, a great rest of the week. Be safe, and we'll see you guys sometime soon. All right? Thanks for tuning in to Terrible Towel Tuesday. Peace.